Give me some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go. This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Man, I'm trying to get online and get my ballet tickets. I don't want to sit up in the nosebleeds. I mean, it's Swan Lake. It's not Swan Mountain.
Two things that never put together: TJ and ballet.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Somebody said ballet in Russia is like baseball in America. That's how passionate they are about ballet.
Well, the Russian ballet is a huge touring program.
I didn't know they were so into ballet. It doesn't strike me as like a Russian.
Massive.
Tough
Oh,
Russians.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They get all hopped up on that vodka. Get out there and start toe dancing.
I love it.
See what's trending.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
I will cut you on codpiece.
Not a ballet guy. The top trending topic right now, Toby Keith. Toby Keith passed away. His family announced on social media, surrounded by his family, stomach cancer, I believe. 62 years old,
Yeah.
I want to say. So, long battle with cancer. And I'm watching old videos of Toby Keith, just one of like the toughest looking dudes ever. And that's crazy. 62 years old, like cancer, man.
A couple of big things about Toby Keith. One, he sold over 40 million albums. He had 20 number one singles and another 22 songs that were in the top 10. I also remember, I don't know if he was not the first, obviously, probably, but one of the big country artists that had an endorsement, like that had a tour sponsor. You know, his tour was sponsored by Ford, and at one point, the drums sat on what looked like the top of I think it was like an F-350 truck or something like that. It was part of the stage set. You know, when that country explosion of the '90s happened, and he was a part of all that. Always loved his music.
You guys are Toby Keith fans?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Kind of, if
I don't have anything against him, but if I were listening to country music, he wouldn't be my number one go-to choice.
Yeah.
You know.
Ace described him as 90s country. Rob, I know that's kind of like your wheelhouse. Are you a Toby Keith guy?
Yeah, he's got some good songs.
Okay. I don't know.
Seen him in concert or nothing, but he's good.
Oh, I would love to
my
have seen him in concert.
That's my country wheelhouse.
90s country?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tracy Lawrence was my favorite.
Who knows more about 90s country, you or Rob?
I do.
Yeah, I would say TJ.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I'm old.
And that memory he got.
Yeah, he's got a memory. Well, everybody's got a memory, Rob.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
That's what my wife says. You're nothing special. Everybody's got a memory.
So everything is revolving. Courtesy of the Red is also one of the top trending topics. The classic line from one of Toby Keith's songs. So the Super Bowl is also happening on Sunday. It's trending. People are talking about getting last-minute tickets. Cheapest ticket you can get right now in Las Vegas, $6,944, 15% less expensive than last week's price of about $8,200. The average ticket price for this year's game, $9,850, which is 70% more than the average purchase price of last year's ticket.
Do we know the face value of those tickets?
I don't.
I would love to know. Let me see if I can find out real quick.
This is all scalping at this point, right?
I guess so.
Resale market, Rob. It's not called scalping. It's called the
scalping.
resale market.
Sorry.
Legitimate resale markets.
Yeah. Let's see if it says. There's too many things to worry about.
I know somebody one year, a business associate was not going to use tickets that he had to the Super Bowl, and he offered them to a guy and his wife. His wife was a big football fan. However, she didn't want to go to the Super Bowl because she'd missed the commercials.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You're kidding.
You couldn't. I mean, you can see them. You can find the commercials.
You can tape it.
But that was the part of the Super Bowl as it's happening that's the most exciting to her, and so
that's crazy.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, about around $2,000 is the face value of those tickets.
Really?
That's still wild.
Sure.
Yeah, biggest game of the year. And Taylor is trending. People are discussing, her upcoming shows in Japan, but she will be back in Las Vegas in time for the Super Bowl. It will be interesting. I'm sure there's bets on like how many times the camera will go to her during the game and things like that.
Yeah, well, we had that prop bet last week where they're saying that one of the big bets is will she be shown on camera during Reba McEntire's national anthem?
Yeah, and you said that was rude.
A 66% chance that they would show her. I think it's wrong to do.
They
To
better
show
not.
any musical artist while somebody else is doing.
But
the
I think
national
you're
anthem.
showing, this is about, it's the national anthem. We should be focusing on Reba's performance, the flag. If there are players and players on the sidelines, if there are people if they're getting an emotional, whatever, you want that raw emotion from the day.
Keep it on the field.
Keep it on the field during the national anthem.
Wait, you mean Reba McEntire?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Which Reba?
There's so many Rebas.
See, that's the joke.
Yeah, there's on Reba. I got it. Got it too. So a woman decided to pick up a second job. Not that unusual, especially in today's times. She went to a CVS, but the response from the cashier when she asked if they were hiring was so unusual. I'll tell you what she said coming up next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities, and we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast, live every weekday on the Ace and TJ Family app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, so it's reported that the average family spends $700 more a month for the same goods and services they did just 2 years ago. $700 a month more than just 2 years ago. Pretty shocking statistics. So it's not surprising why this young woman, who is a manager at Bank of America, she's head of retirement in her district, I believe. So she's got a good job, but still not enough to live the lifestyle to which she was accustomed. So she said, I got to go pick up a second job. She's in CVS during her lunch break at work, and she goes, I'm going to go apply. And she's documenting the whole thing for her followers on social media. And she goes, I'm really nervous. I haven't had to ask for like an application to a part-time job in a long time. So she walks up to the counter, and they've already got a little placard on the counter that says, we're hiring. And she goes, oh, what a relief. And she tells the cashier, I'm just going to apply really quickly. If you don't mind, I'm just going to take a picture of this. And the cashier says to her, okay, I'll tell the manager, quote unquote, so he knows what he's getting himself into. And she was like, I don't even know what that means. Is that like implying like, because I had my phone out, I was recording myself, like,
Yeah.
But what an odd response. So he knows what he's getting himself into.
I bet that's it. Because if you go in as somebody who records everything, they're automatically on high alert.
Maybe.
Oh, this is one of those. This person is a social media person, so be careful. They're trying to get you on something.
Or they're self-absorbed.
Yeah.
Or I think a lot of those things are probably true. So that's the question. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Maybe you lied on your resume and you got a job as the head of IT, even though you barely know how to turn on a computer. Like you didn't realize what you were getting yourself into. Or maybe you started dating a guy and you found out he was a serial cheater. He's behind on his child support payments and he's got like a criminal history. You didn't know. So finish that. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. You found yourself in, over your head in a severe way. You can be anonymous if you want to on social media at the Ace TJ Show, and we'll get your answers coming up next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. This one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/Neogenics, Neogenics. Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, when did you not know what you were getting into? You found yourself in over your head. I feel like that's never happened to TJ. He feels very prepared. Both of you guys do.
No, I can give you time we both got in over our heads when we started a charity.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we
Didn't
figured,
even know.
Hey, we're just going to do a charity. So all the money we bring in, if we spend it, it's a charity.
Yeah.
And then we found out, oh wait, you got to fill out forms and there are taxes and all. We were in way over our heads. We had to get some help with that.
You can't just collect money.
You can't just say, hey, we're a charity. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, it became and then through the years it got even more difficult when you had to get a board of directors and all that kind of stuff. We were in way over our heads at first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yes, well, some of these are pretty like tongue in cheek, like wanting to grow up and be an adult. It's all bills and responsibilities and that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever done any of this stuff. I'm pretty prepared.
Yeah. When I was a young man, it was right before I got into radio, I was living in California, and I was working a job where I was just there to hold a spot because they wanted me to play on their company softball team. And so I had to work for the company, so they gave me this job. But the job was in the purchasing office. And I got to the point where I wanted to go back to my hometown of Winfield, Louisiana. And I got back and I went to the people who run the sawmill and lumber company that I worked at in school part-time. And I said, hey, I learned watching these people how to be a purchasing agent, and you don't have one for this whole big operation. I could do that job for you. And in the meantime, when they're asking me, well, what about this and what about that? And then I'd say, okay. And then we'd go through the mill, and they would test me on what would you order and how would you do this. And then I'd say something along the lines of, oh, man, there's a guard off of that chain there. They taught us that too, the safety inspection stuff and all that. Well, when they gave me the job, I was all excited. So you're the new purchasing agent. And I was setting up my office and, getting everything put in. They walk in and hand me this stack of files. And I said, what is that? And they said, well, you're also the new safety inspector.
Oh, my God.
The safety officer. I'm sorry. I'm the new safety officer. And I wasn't there very long. And somebody came in just to look over things a little bit. And the next thing you know, a couple of weeks later, we were hit with thousands and thousands of dollars worth of fines for stuff that I was responsible for, getting up to code with OSHA and all this stuff. I mean, we got just hammered because I didn't want that. I didn't want that job. I wanted the other one. But they were like, they come together. And I wonder why the guy who was the safety officer, who was also in the accounting office for some reason, they doubled up on it, why he was so jubilant to come in there and throw those files on my desk.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Now, TJ, did you ever go through those files at all?
Well, I went through to see what I needed to be looking for, at least.
Yeah.
I went through a couple of them, what he had done and but I mean, I'm not that type of a person to be able to just sit and ponder over files and get things done in an orderly fashion. And
that requires a lot of paperwork, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love that you point out the chain thing, and they're like, this guy's perfect.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Yeah. I was like, God, why did I say that?
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
This is the rudest thing you can do to a restaurant server. You don't even know you're doing it. I'm going to tell you what it is coming up next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
When you need furniture for your house, it can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. That's why the great team of designers they have at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture can help you throughout the process. Whether you're looking for a comfortable mattress, probably the most comfortable you've ever been on, bedroom furniture, living room furniture, it is all fantastic at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, and that family-owned and operated business can help you like no other. Go to acetj.com/mattress to check them out. acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
It's more than regular funny. It's extra funny. The Extra Funny podcast is live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ Family app and available anytime where you get podcasts. Now, more Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Sorry, can't talk. Doing birthday tributes to my dog on Instagram. At Riggins Radio. It's my birthday. It's my dog's birthday today. 6 years old. Love that dumb little dog. Love that thing. Listen, go get the Ace and TJ Family app at acetj.com/app. Tap app exclusives. That's where you'll find all the exclusive app content. Ace has a new story for 25 for 25 up there for you to watch right now. A heartwarming story about how Ace and TJ decided to help give back to the communities they serve. You know, so go get the app for free, acetj.com/app, and enjoy. There's so many things you can listen to the show, watch the show, you can win rewards, you can check out everything you need to know about our charity.
This story is really about the day we learned, the 2 days that we learned the power of the Ace and TJ radio family to do good, to help others. It's a pretty unbelievable story, and even if you know the story of Officer Anthony Stansel, it'll be very impactful. If you don't, it'll blow you away.
Yeah.
I serve the sexy beast community.
Hey, attention, sexy beasts.
It's a very, very sensitive thing in sexy beast community.
Sounds like it. So I don't go to many restaurants. I got an aversion to restaurants, always have. But here's one thing, the rudest thing you're doing to servers, and you don't even know it. I didn't know this was a thing. I wish Alexis was here so I could confirm. She says the rudest thing you can do is when the server comes over to refill your drinks or water glasses, and you cease all conversation for 20 to 30 seconds and not say anything. No acknowledgement. Just sit there silently while they fill up your drinks. That's the rudest thing you could do.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I totally agree.
Because you don't. It's not that it's an offense to them. Like, you don't want them hearing what you're saying. But even if you are, who cares? But I've done that because I'm in the middle of something, and there's a distraction there.
Yeah,
It's like pausing the TV if you're watching a show and somebody else comes in and starts telling you something. You pause it when they're finished, then you start it back up.
And everyone is going to stop for a moment to say thank you. So you pause to allow everyone the opportunity to say thank you for getting their water refilled, and then they go back about their business.
She does point that out, though. She says not even saying thank you or anything, just 30 seconds of silence.
Oh, well, if you
so
don't,
that part I kind of get.
Yeah.
Like if you don't even acknowledge their presence and don't say thank you, I can kind of understand it. But I can think of a lot of other rude things you could do to a restaurant server.
Way more rude than that.
Just being silent.
I thought a while back, wasn't it that the rudest thing you could do is not help the person when they deliver the food? No, who's that? I thought that was the rudest thing you could do.
It's a different server.
Okay.
So I guess it bounces around.
When did waiters and waitresses, wait staff, when did they become the most put upon among us? I mean, when did they become such victims of everyone?
It's called server talk. It's crazy.
You can't even just stop your conversation when somebody comes over to give you a refill without it. That's the most offensive, rudest thing you can do. What are we supposed to do? Hey, sit down. Let me ask you, what do you think about next quarter's projections at our company?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, their server talk, which is like that genre of video, is loaded with complaints, and it might make you second guess about how you're dining out. You're like, I had no idea I was being such a awful person, an awful customer.
No,
I didn't even know.
Sometimes though, it's things that you're doing it in an attempt to be polite or to be helpful. And like, don't do that. I don't need your help.
Yeah.
Like, well, there's no ill intent. If there's no ill intent, then relax.
I think people have gotten to a point where, unless they're complaining, they think people think they're dumb.
Yeah.
That people judge intelligence by how much you complain.
Yeah. But these are the ones that kind of rise to the top because people have like arguments about it. So maybe that's why that the complaining sort of just gets pushed to the top. But it might make you a second guess. Rob, do you go silent when the server comes over?
Yeah. I'm always talking about big business, though.
Big business. I stand on business.
Yeah, that's
I'm always talking about big business.
That's his Dungeons and Dragons friend's name.
Miss part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.